It's important to understand how files are shared in Microsoft 365 applications to avoid oversharing and running potential risks of losing files by allowing unauthorized access. With this in mind, let's take a comprehensive look at file sharing in Microsoft 365, and we will take a look at some tips and best practices to follow when sharing files. Let's begin by looking at sharing in OneDrive and SharePoint. Microsoft have made it easy to access file sharing within the OneDrive and SharePoint web app. Simply hover over a file or folder you wish to share, and select the Share icon. This icon looks like a box with an arrow inside it pointing to the right. Once you've clicked on the Share icon, you will be met with the Share window. The first step will be to enter the name or email of the person you wish to share the file with. Once you've entered the name of every person you wish to share the file with, you can then add a message that will be contained in the email that will be sent to those users once the file has been shared. The next step will be to set the permission levels for the people you are sharing the file with. In OneDrive, there are 3 options. The first option is set to Can Edit. This option gives users full access to the file, which will allow them to make changes to it, download it, or even delete it. Be cautious using this permission level when sharing files you intend people only to view, as they could potentially delete it, or make changes to it that you had not intended. The next permission level is called Can View. This permission level allows users to view and download the file, but they will not be able to modify or delete it. And finally we have Can't Download. This permission level works the same as the Can View permission level. However, this permission level disables the ability for users to download the file. Once the permission levels have been set, it's time to determine how you would like to share the file. There are 2 ways, either by sending an email or by sending the user a link. If you choose to share a file by using a link, then be sure to click on the cog icon here to select the link settings. By default, the link settings will be set to the People You Choose option. This option ensures that only specified people will have access to the link. However, you can create a link that will also be accessible to anyone in your institution, or indeed anyone outside of your institution. If you opt for the Anyone option, then you will be able to set an expiration date for that link and a password. Be careful using this option when sharing sensitive data, as it is imperative that university data does not reach audiences that have malicious intentions. The lock icon at the bottom left of the Share window is how you manage existing access. If you wish to revoke access to a file, then you can do this here. Simply click on the Links tab and select the drop-down menu. You will now see the names of any person that has access to the file through the link. To remove access, click on the cross next to their names. Once you have revoked access, you can adjust the permission levels for that person, then resend the link if you so wish. Once you've double-checked the permission levels and are happy to proceed, then either click on the Send button or copy and paste the link using the Copy Link button. That concludes the basics of sharing in OneDrive and SharePoint. Now let's take a look at sharing files in Outlook. Let's begin by taking a look at sharing files through email. As discussed previously, a user can copy and paste a OneDrive link into an email to share a file using OneDrive. If you wish to collaborate on a file, this is the option to select. However, you can use the traditional method of file attachment, which will copy a file and send it to the recipient. The downside to this method is that any changes made to the document will need to then be shared with the original user again. Attaching a file is the better option if you are not anticipating that the recipient is going to make changes to the file, i.e. an advertisement for a service. It is also worth noting that if you do decide to attach files to your emails, then there is a maximum file size limit for attachments, which is 20 megabytes. When sharing large video or audio files, it is strongly recommended that you use cloud storage sharing. Now let's take a look at sharing your calendar in Outlook. In the Home tab of the ribbon, you will see the option called Share Calendar. Clicking on this will open the sharing and permission window. You can enter the name or email address of the person you wish to share your calendar with here. You can also select what information is available to people within your organization when they view your calendar. When you're happy with the settings, hit the Share button. Now let's take a look at sharing in Microsoft Teams. Let's begin by looking at sharing in chats. You can attach and send files to users in a Teams chat. To do this, simply click on the paperclip icon underneath the Type a Message bar. A list of recently viewed files will appear. If the file you wish to share isn't displayed, then click on the Attach Cloud Files or Upload from this device options to access the File Explorer and locate the file. Now let's look at sharing files in a video chat. You can access the chat window from within a video chat and share content in the same way as previously outlined using the paperclip icon. However, in a video chat you will now see an icon called Share. It is here that you can also share files, but it is also here that you can share your screen and deliver PowerPoint presentations. If you wish to share your screen, simply click on the window you wish to share. If you wish to share a presentation, then select the presentation from the list of presentations saved on your account. And if you wish to share a file, scroll to the bottom of the Share window and select Browse OneDrive or the Browse My Computer option. This concludes our introduction to sharing in Microsoft 365.